On today's podcast, we'll be covering what you wear head to toe to stay safe, so stay tuned. Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. You can find the show notes to each episode, links to information mentioned on the podcast, the social media platforms we're on, and anything else related to the podcast at warehousesafetytips.com. Now, if you're a seasoned podcast listener, this podcast is going to be different from most you listen to. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money and each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all of that out of the way, let's get to the podcast. When you hear this saying, safe from head to toe, what comes to mind? As it pertains to this podcast, we're going to be talking about everything you wear to keep you safe at work. This can be a myriad of items, especially when you include the COVID pandemic that we're currently in. So to keep the list manageable, we'll cover the essentials. First, your head. Generally, it's just a hard hat that you'll have to wear. Wearing one will help you avoid bumping your head directly or having items fall on it. Second is going to be your eyes. That's going to be safety glasses and or shields. Now these are going to help you avoid damage to your eyes and or harmful particles affecting them. Next is your ears. These are going to be plugs and or muffs. Even the most undetectable sounds can damage your hearing over time, and you only get one set of ears, so wearing these will help prevent that. Next is nose and mouth. This is going to be masks and or respirators. This is a PPE, personal protective equipment, that has become all too familiar as of late. They're used to avoid breathing in harmful fumes and or particles present in the air that could possibly make you sick. Next is going to be chest and back. That's going to be reflective vests, harnesses, and or braces. Now these items help support you, keep you from falling, and or assure that people can see you very clearly. Next is going to be your hands. Now that's going to be gloves. Whether it's a hot, cold, rough, or sharp surface, these will help your hands stay safe. Next is going to be body. Now that's going to be generally apparel. This includes everything from flame retardant, heat resistant, hazmat, and or a general uniform to avoid you ruining your personal clothes. Next is going to be feet, and that is going to be safety boots. Generally steel-toed and or slip resistant, these are going to help you maintain your footing and help you avoid damage to your feet. Now, as always, this is just a high-level look at all the various PPE that we utilize to stay safe and avoid injury. And although they're associated with different parts of the body, they work in symphony together. Regardless of how uncomfortable and or inconvenient they can be sometimes, remember, they're used to assist in sending you home safely after each shift. Before moving on, here's a word from one of our sponsors. If you've ever been to or worked in a warehouse, you know just how important safety is to both management and staff. It's almost impossible to go 10 steps without seeing safety tape, angles, signs, and or safety products. It's these items that show us how to be safe and avoid danger in the workplace. And if you're looking for the best products to make this happen, look no further than Mighty Line. Mighty Line floor signs and floor markings offer the best industrial products out there. We're proud to have Mighty Line as the official floor sign and floor marking company for the Warehouse Safety Tips podcast and site. Go to mightylinetape.com/safety tips to request a sample pack of their incredible safety signs and floor markings. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Warehouse Safety Tips. If you visit warehousesafetytips.com, you'll find the show notes for this episode and access to all of our blog posts, previous podcasts, advertiser information, and much more. Thank you for listening to Warehouse Safety Tips and have a safe day.